Welcome into the Gamble and Gains channel. Today we are back with a leg workout. More specifically, a leg workout made famous by YouTuber Will Tennyson. Let's jump right into it and see what I'm in for. While it doesn't look like a whole lot on paper, let me tell you this leg workout is brutal and you'll be walking like Bambi by the end of it. Now, for me in workouts, the order is extremely important, and that is no different here. We lead off with a seated leg curl. The reason for this is to activate those hamstrings early, and if you have bad knees or get knee pain in any of these exercises further down the list, I promise it will help. Up next, we have a killer round of leg press. No, that is not a typo. You are doing 6 sets of 5 to 8. So now what Will does, and I do this as well, is he'll alternate between either doing a leg press or a hack squat, kind of depending on the day of the week. So he'll do one day, the second time of the week he does legs, he'll do the other one. For me, it was a Tuesday night. Leg press is a lot less crowded sometimes than the hack squat machines. This was a lot easier to record the workout over at the leg press. After that, we are doing the Bulgarian Split Squat. Don't think I'll need to say a whole lot about that. You'll see the look on my face when we get there. Finally, we have a finisher with the leg extension. All right, let's get it. Starting off with the seated leg curl, we're going to be doing 4 sets for 6 to 10 reps. So you're going to see here on my first set, I'm able to get to that 10 reps. And overall, I was really happy with my performance to start off the night on the seated leg curl. So this is something that I picked up in that Will Tennyson video. I have some knee issues when I do my leg days. My left knee can tend to hurt a little bit. I have found that doing the seated leg curl to start does help a lot, which Will did recommend in his video as well. So my target was 6 to 10. You see on the first round, I got 10. Set 2, I'm also able to get to 10. So now for me, I'm in test mode. If I can hit 8 and then 6, I feel pretty confident that I can bump that up to a 6 to 12 rep range next time as I look to possibly move that weight up even in a couple of weeks. So here it's a little bit of a struggle, but I'm able to get to 8. I mean, you can see, this is a look you're going to see a lot through leg day on my face there. This was definitely a tough one, but I was able to get to 8 there. So now on this last one, shooting for 6 reps. And then we are also going to be doing a drop set that I'll show you as well. The drop set, again, if you've seen it in my videos before, I really like the drop set. This is something I picked up from another person in the fitness industry, Jim Stepani. He's a big fan of the drop sets too, and I find they have a lot of benefit. They can really give you good burnout on the muscle, but you're also able to hit those progressive overload targets earlier on. So you're able to really overload that muscle, but also at the same time maximize your strength building. So I hit 12 here on that drop set, and then we can take a quick review of what that looked like. So on that seated leg curl, wanted to hit 6 to 10, and I was able to hit that and kind of midpoint that 6 to 10 range is what I'm really looking for. So I averaged a little bit over 8, so I'm going to be able to move that up to a 6 to 12 range next time. I'm not going to quite go to 8 to 12 yet. Want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room at the bottom there. So next up, we have the leg press. We're going to be working our hamstrings, our quads, and our glutes. That is not a typo. We are doing 6 sets. This is extremely brutal. Again, this is a 4 workout routine, but it's extremely tough because you're doing these 6 sets of either a leg press or a hack squat, and then you're going into that Bulgarian split squat. So for me, I used to be able to lift this one a little bit heavier, but just with some of that knee pain, you want to make sure you're safe in the gym, and there's no reason to ego lift. So we're doing 6 sets at 360 pounds, targeting 5 to 8. So on round 1 and round 2, you really should be hitting that top of your rep range when you're doing 6 sets like this. So I was able to hit 8 without too much of a struggle there, as you can see. So then we're going to move on to set number 2, 360 pounds. Again, targeting 8 reps, was able to get to those 8 reps. And you can already see it on my face. This was a tough leg day. And when you do leg day right, it should kind of look like this. If you're able to walk out of the gym right normally, then you probably didn't hit it quite hard enough. So finishing up here, a couple more. On to round 3, and this is where you really start to feel it, right? Like a lot of times you're either doing 3 sets, or you're doing 4 sets, or you're at the halfway point now, but you're not even there yet, right? You're only 1/3 of the way done, and it just keeps getting heavier and heavier, and I'm able to get to 8 here, and again, I was pretty happy with this performance. I think we're probably going to be going up to a 6 to 10 rep range next time on the leg press, because you can see I got 8 the first time, 8 the second time, 8 the third time, and as we head to the 4th time, I was able to hit 8 again. It gets really heavy on set number 4, so set number 5 and 6 are that much worse. But this is a great leg workout. Yeah, and just make sure you take your time, be patient, make sure you're breathing if you're going to do this workout. Take your time in between your sets. You know, it's important to stay healthy and don't overdo it. Leg day is the easiest day to overdo, where you get lightheaded, you get dizzy, you get nauseous, and you really want to try to avoid that, because that's going to just hurt your sets and your reps later on in the workout as you go. So here we go, set number 6 at 360 pounds. I'm able to knock out 6 reps here. So again, it gets real heavy. It gets real heavy real quick. But we are going to be keeping this at 360 pounds the next time I do the leg press. And we will be going to a rep range of 6 to 10 on that next one. I was able to hit that 5 to 8 pretty easily. Batting third, we have everyone's favorite, least favorite, however you want to say it, but one of the most effective leg workouts you can do, maybe other than an actual squat. I tend to like the Bulgarian split squats better. I feel a little bit safer. It actually puts a little bit less pressure on your knees. This is another really good one if you do have some knee pain, and there's a way that I do it that I picked up from Will as well that I think can really help with that balance if you do have some knee issues. So we're going 53 pounds, targeting 6 to 10 reps. So you can kind of see me holding on to the side over there, and it's important to not use that to pull yourself up, but you're using it for balance. So you're not putting all of that stabilizing pressure on your knee, and you can really focus on getting that super deep stretch like you can see there. So I'm 8, 9, and I think I got one more for 10. Yep, there we go. So 10 on that first one. So I'm only showing you one side. I didn't keep setting up the camera on different sides of the rack here. So you're gonna just see me squatting down on my left leg for the Bulgarian split squats here. But here I'm able to get 9. So I mean, overall, the theme on this leg day was it brutal? Yes. Was it difficult? Yes, but I was actually able to hit all of the rep ranges that I wanted to, and have actually been able to pass myself on to increase all of those rep ranges. So not going up in weight anywhere quite yet. And as you'll see here, Bulgarian split squat, set number 3, still at 53 pounds with the kettlebell. I really like doing this with the kettlebell also, as a side note. It's a lot more comfortable, at least for me, than with a dumbbell. And the gym that I'm at, they have a very wide range of kettlebell sizes. So if you train somewhere like that, this is a kettlebell at 53 pounds. This is on the lighter side of the stuff that they have. But yeah, so I was able to hit reps of 8, 9, and 10 on the Bulgarian split squat. So with my goal being 6 to 10, I can pretty comfortably say I'm going to be moving that up, actually not just from 6 to 12. I was able to hit 8 here, so we're actually going to be going to 8 to 12. And then on the next one, if I'm able to hit 8 to 12 the next time I do legs, so if I hit like 12, 12, 10, or 12, 12, 10, or 12, 10, 8, something like that. I'll allow myself to go up in weight. Finally, we have the leg extension with the quads. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going 20, 15, 12, and then there's a kind of a twist on that 12 at the end where we're going to be doing some rest pauses to failure. But we're going to be going up in weight each time, as you will see. So leg extension, set 1, 121 pounds. Target rep range was 20 pounds, and we are able to hit those 20 pounds. So I'm just testing out here, making sure everything feels right, because this is one, again, like if you have some knee pain, it can hurt a little bit, but if you kind of do these exercises in the right order, it will help with that. It'll strengthen up those ligaments around the knee, it'll strengthen up the muscles around the knee, and you'll be able to have a comfortable workout that's also extremely hard and challenging. That was one of the things when I hurt my knee was kind of discouraging. It's hard to get a really good leg workout in with your knee working, right? Because you can't squat down the way that you want to. You can't always bend the way that you want to. But just doing these in the order that I ended up doing them in and that I do them in now, it does actually help a lot with this. Another exercise you can do are both the hip abductor and hip adductor exercises. Now those tend to work more of your glutes and your inner thighs and your groin area, but that can also help with knees if you have meniscus or ligament issues. That can actually help a lot too. So I moved this up to 143 pounds for set number 2. The target was 15. I didn't quite get there. I got it to 13, which I felt pretty good about, not great about, but that kind of set me up. This last set of the night was going to be a struggle, and you can kind of see it on my face. I know what I'm in for now. So again, the target here is 12. I knew that getting 13 on 143 and having to go up in weight, there was no way that was going to happen. So I'm able to hit 9 here, and now this rest pause game that we play the rest of the way, I try not to cut it out too much, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. So I finished up with 9 reps. So from there, you're trying to rest as little as possible. Get right back on it. You're not dropping the weight, and you got to get that rep counter up to 25 before you're done. So I'm only at 9, so I know this is going to be quite the challenge. So I'm able to hit 5 on the first one. I needed to stand up and just walk around for a minute. I am in a lot of pain here. This was one of the best leg workouts I have had in a very, very, very long time. So yep, jumping right back on there. You can see the sweat dripping through the Iowa football hoodie. I say, nothing says leg day like Iowa football, right? So we're at 14 reps. Gonna try and hit another 5 here. So if I can get to 5, I'm feeling pretty good because that'll leave me with 6 to go, and I'm able to get there. So now I'm at 19. So I'm trying to tell myself at this point, like, you know what? Maybe if you just take that extra 2 seconds, you can get the 6 on the last one. And as I sat back down, I kind of came to reality, and I knew that was not going to happen here. So locked back in. I told myself, all right, let's hit 4. Let's hit 2. I'm thinking for a minute here. I'm just trying to recover, and here we go. All right, so 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23. So at 23, I know I need 2 more. Do I have 2 more in the tank? Of course you do. And this is the hard part right here, right? Getting back on. You got 2 more. At this point, you're done. You don't want to be there anymore. You're all done. You can't walk. You hit 1, you hit 2, you're done, and that's what we call a leg day. So to recap, we did the seated leg curl, the leg press, the Bulgarian split squat, and then the leg extension. Again, it's only 4 workouts, but you see those sets that we're targeting and those rep ranges that we're targeting, and it is extremely challenging. It is extremely difficult. I highly recommend it if you're looking to kick up your leg day and extra gear and you're not a huge fan of doing squats, you don't have to do squats, especially if you're training by yourself. It can be a little bit dangerous, especially if you're going for heavy weights, PRs, that type of stuff. If you're going for PRs on legs and you're training by yourself, you should probably be doing it on a machine, just with how heavy some of those exercises can get. But yeah, overall, a great leg workout. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys are going to try it yourselves anytime in the near future. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember to bet smart and lift heavy.